Hello everybody. I'm sitting outside in my backyard trying to catch a little sun, a little vitamin D, because I've been cooped up inside not feeling well for a few days. It feels good out here today. I'm just coming in to kind of hop on some of the commentary that's been going on social media. It's a lot. Well, I talk a lot, but I also text a lot on social media. Well, I mainly text instead of talk. So I should have named my channel T-Bird Text. But I just don't have time to, most times I don't have time to do what I'm doing today. So I just want to hop in on some of the conversations, talk about some of these conversations instead of texting my thoughts. Yeah, because it's a lot. It's a lot that's going on. And I just want to give my little 2 cents about it. I guess it's a lot I want to talk about. I do want to eventually, I want to touch on the Monique situation with her son, but not today. What I really want to talk about today is, and briefly, because it might even end up being multiple, videos that I talk about this. But it's something that I just been watching and noticing with males from Love and Marriage Huntsville, Melometers. The group of women has, in my opinion, and what I've observed over time, has gotten really, really out of order as far as I'm concerned. They're over the top. I feel like the group has become a cult type following. And there's levels of cultism. I'm not saying that it's on some crazy level of people, trying to entice people to kill themselves or anything like that. But there is a level. I think there's levels of cultism. And this group is on a particular, maybe a lower level, but it's still, in essence, a cult, in my opinion. Carlos King did come out and address it a little bit. There's a couple people, because the Melometers and the Melometers channels have kind of dominated the conversation when it comes to Mel and her ex-husband Martell, and I agree with a lot of things that have been put out in regards to Martell, but I just feel like over time it's become very, very toxic, and that's the problem that I have with the Melometer movement, or whatever they want to call themselves, or whatever. I always, when the show first came on the scene, of course I loved the show. I was interested. I really did like Mel, and I still do. Both of us are Scorpios. And I understand, you know, some of her mannerisms in regards to our sign. But it's the show has become, I ain't gonna say the show itself, but the fan base. I gotta make sure them ducks not trying to come in the yard, because sometimes they hop over the, you know, the threshold of the lake and ends up in my pool. And then when I see them, I gotta run them up out of there. I'm like, y'all got a big old giant lake behind y'all. Like, what? What y'all doing in my pool? They never did that before until recently. So I hate that. So I'm like, yeah. And I used to feed them, but I don't anymore because they're starting to come in the yard and I don't like it. But I do love the ducks. I really do. Yeah, my nail, I gotta get these off because this is Mardi Gras nails or whatever. I think that's how I ended up getting sick again. And then, yeah, one of them is like peeling off and all that stuff. So, yeah. But I had a good time for Mardi Gras. It was a blast, but got sick like literally a day after Mardi Gras. I was like, oh my God. It's like COVID all over again, huh? But let's not go back there, not to those times of COVID. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and give my little 2 cents about it. And maybe it might be 3 or 4 cents, really and truly. But and the reason why I feel like it's a cult, because I've been in a church that was like a cult type church, under cult like leadership. And that's a whole nother conversation, put it like that I'm not going to even get into right now. I'm just gonna but I definitely will tell my story eventually, because it's a lot to tell, and I might have to break it up into several parts, multiple parts. Yeah, because I was under some bull crap in the church. And we got to get into that too. We got to get into that Larry Reed situation. I used to be in his Patreon. I never called myself an LRLer. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm not a raindrop with Carlos King. I'm not a Melometer with Mel. I wasn't an LRLer when I was in his Patreon. I was just like in there for, you know, to, you know, get whatever the information. But it wasn't none going on in that special any damn way. It mainly was like, initially I got in because it was talking about stocks and stuff. And then I had respected the fact, because I had went through a lot of stuff in the church, I respected the fact that, I'll get into that another time, but I respected the fact that Larry Reed was coming out trying to expose some of these pastors and what they doing. And literally, we know he was doing the same crazy. But we'll get into that later, okay? Yeah. So, yeah, so I'm just, right now, I'm going to play something, the conversation between Heavenly and Carlos, which I don't care for Heavenly that much either. It's a lot of, some of these reality TV show stars I just don't care for like that. They're good TV. But Lord, Heavenly is just too much. She be doing too much, saying too much, and she want people to do. Let me stay on topic, please, and talk about what I came here to talk about. I'm just gonna play. What Heavenly asked Carlos about striking channels and different things like that. Hold on.
All things up. Now, Carlos, I don't know if I should say this or not, but I know it's not true. So I'm gonna put it out there. You ain't striking nobody's channels. Is you? They keep emailing me and texting me with channels. So clean that up. Tell the people you ain't striking nobody's channel. People put stuff out there and they believe it.
Well, exactly, because listen, you know how this industry works. They want to believe the worst about you because they want to say like, ooh, we got something on him. I do not strike content creators' content.
It wouldn't make sense because it builds you up, right?
I just sit up here and said to you guys ad nauseum that content creators and bloggers are the reason why our shows are successful. My raindrops know that at the end of the day, there's people out there who want to believe the worst about me. Now, what I will say is...
which is the Melometers, which I haven't given them that name, but I chose the name of some of the Melonut sector that chooses to think the worst and do the most when it comes to certain people regarding male. It's insane. I'm still a little bit under the weather, so I'll drink my little water, clear my throat. But yeah, it's quite insane. And actually, Melonuts did not come from me, which when I started texting one Melometer, she was like, and you calling people out of their name, and so I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing and supporting Mel or whatever. And nobody will tell you not to support Mel. Come on now, that's stupid. But I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing in regards to Mel. Because you out here trying to call other people out, but you calling people out their names or whatever. And I told her, I was like, I didn't give y'all their name. Actually, another Melometer said that it's the Melonut people. So that is doing over the top stuff. Now, I'm not saying all the Melometers are doing crazy stuff, but it's a lot of y'all who are. Y'all losing y'all minds in them chats. Oh my God, it's insane. Seriously. But let's move forward and see what Carlos had to say.
I did a live podcast with Dr. Melody Shari
Yeah, well, right, that's her.
Right. And I recorded it because I'm going to drop it on my YouTube channel. Unfortunately, a few people uploaded my paid for podcast on their channels. You see what I'm saying?
Before you even dropped it.
Before I dropped it. When I drop my podcast interviews on Tuesday, everyone takes it. Everyone takes, and I don't care. That helps me promote it. So what happened was we saw a few people who uploaded my entire podcast interview, and I am going to upload it. I'm actually going to upload it next Tuesday.
How could they get your podcast? How could they have gotten the whole thing before you dropped it?
People, instead of enjoying the show, people were doing this the whole 2 hours.
Oh, I see.
So he said people was doing this the whole 2 hours. He was holding up his phone. He said people was doing this the whole 2 hours. Like, who would want to sit there for 2 hours and record the whole goddamn podcast live thing? Melonuts. Now I understand recording a little something, because if I was out, I recorded some things too. But you recorded the whole thing, knowing that this man uses his content on YouTube. So yes, he was well in his rights to strike those channels that uploaded the entire event. It's crazy. It's not cool under no circumstances. Get yourself together, okay? You're doing too much.
See, I see.
They did the whole 2 hours and they uploaded it, and that is what the issue was. But again, doesn't that make sense? You can't record Married to Medicine and upload it on YouTube channel and not expect the NBC Universal to strike it and say, guys, if you want to talk about the show, do that.
Right.
So that's all it was. But of course, someone took that and said, Carlos is a hater. He's striking Black people who are blogging. He's striking people who talk about him. If I would have striked everybody who talks about me, I wouldn't have a job.
Exactly. So why would he just go striking people's channels because they talking? I'm like, he's talked about a lot, especially with the Melometers, because they want him to do something in regards to Mel and Martell, who are grown people. You know, Mel could literally handle her own business when it comes to Martell. Now, I don't have an issue with people talking about what's going on with Mel and Martell. They got court documents out there in regards to their child custody case. There's court docs out there in regards to Martell getting arrested. As far as the police report, I even went on the website and screenshotted when Martell got arrested and all of that, what he got arrested for. Instead, and it was DV, 3rd degree. And then they had it listed in the print, harassment or something like that. But you know what the Melometers did? They took it and said it was DV, meaning like, you know, putting hands, instead of calling it exactly what it was. I'm like, you're going too far. You're doing too much. Explain to the people exactly what it is. Now, if you didn't know for sure, then say that. But stop sitting up here acting like the man put hands on somebody. It's crazy. When you don't have no evidence. Mel never said this man put hands on her, and then y'all ran with it. Oh, it was DV. He putting hands on. At first, it was saying it was putting hands on the slow girl. You know what I'm saying? Ariana, whatever her name is. They thought it was maybe her because they just looked at DV. They didn't even read the fine prints. And that's the problem. Do your research diligently. Do your research before you go to saying something that's not true. Okay?
All y'all do is talk about me, and let's be clear, I'm not mad at it. But there you go. But again, that's the truth. People ran with it and try to make it seem like I'm this horrible person. And that's not the case.
And I know you're not. And the next thing is, and I don't even know why this is a thing. They say that you recruited me for Marceau's event, the Black Expo. And they keep calling it Expo. I don't know why they call it Expo, but it's a Black Business Expo, right? Amazon has backed that event.
Okay, so another Melometer over the top lie is that they just put out there. Instead of knowing for certain, you're just saying stuff. You're just talking out of the side of your neck. You're saying that Carlos recruited Dr. Heavenly for the events. How you know that though? Oh, because he had to come in and help them save the event. Now you don't think them people, Letitia and Marceau and them, got enough business savvy to do what they got to do without Carlos's help? Come on now. Stop it. These people, pretty much, when they started this show, they didn't initially show the worth or the wealth of the Scotts as much as they did with Mel and Martell at the time. So I think in people's mind, they thought that they didn't have nothing else going on in their lives as far as businesses and They probably have a lot more now than what they had when they started, of course, but I'm sure they had some level of success in their business financially. Otherwise, I don't think they would have been on the show, period. So for them to act like these people don't have enough business acumen to put on their own events and get the speakers of the events without Carlos King's help, it's crazy. Just stop it. Y'all be doing too much. Team, too much, people. Melodramatics. That's the name I gave y'all, the Melodramatics. One of y'all fellow Melometers gave the Melonuts the name from the Melonut sector. So there's two sectors of Melometers. A sector that is sane, which is very few of y'all, I believe, because y'all cuts up in the comment section. And yeah, it's a lot. So to put that out there like that, ridiculous. Need to stop. Not necessary. Get yourself together, okay?
I'm in it, because Amazon actually...
This is what we know about some reality fans.
Now wait. And I just want to say, because I got the, I saw the, well, I don't know if I saw that flyer with Marcel and Tisha's event. So I think Speak With Your Girl Marcella, because I watch her channel as well. So check her out. I also, because she is a balanced, in my opinion, she might have a little bias when it comes to Tisha and Marcel because she's friends with the mom or whatever. So I can understand the little bias possibly, but she try to be fair as much as possible. And speak the truth, okay? And also up and coming new content creator is Misbehaving. I can't tell you how she really spell her name, but check out Misbehaving. I listen to her as well. Yeah. So let's finish what they have to say.
Awesome, and I love them all. You have a very small few reality fans who take this too far and it impacts people's personal lives.
That part. You have a small sector, which I think a part of the Melometers sector is a larger sector of negativity than not, that take it too far. Y'all literally was calling the hotel that y'all thought the event was going to be at. Y'all trying to find out who's doing what with this girl, with Tisha and Marcel's events, trying to literally destroy these people's events. That's these people's lives and livelihood. Why would you do that? That is insanity. And that's why one of your Melometers call y'all that does that dumb shit nuts. Because you are. It's ridiculous. Get it together. Why would you do that? When these people have children that they have to take care of. This is how they make their money. Because their business is their personal life as well, because your business takes care of your personal. It takes care of your children. So why would y'all do that? That's not cool under no circumstances. And then y'all go to using the excuse, well, Martell doing such and such to Mel, and that's a whole nother conversation that I want to have outside of this one, because that conversation needs time and attention, for real, for real. Because I've been where Mel is. I've been through the same, almost identical situation. That's why when I saw it playing out on TV and social media and all that stuff, which mine didn't play out on social media because back then social media wasn't popping. I don't even think it was around back then. But yeah, I was young. My husband at the time, he was young. That was my children's dad. And he did the same thing to me. And had a whole nother baby with another woman. But we're not going to get into that. And I didn't become a Melometer because of, oh, me and Mel went through the same stuff and da-da-da-da-da. No, I'm like, I supported her 100% in her efforts to get out of a toxic relationship and for her to try to cultivate a decent co-parenting relationship. I saw the struggles in that. So I'm definitely not saying that Mel is wrong for 100% wrong. She's starting to have a lot of missteps when it comes to her fan base and how she's handling the situation regarding her ex-husband, children's father. But we'll talk about that another day.
If you don't like somebody on TV, that's cool. If you don't like me, that's fine.
And I understand people had their faves. I'm like, when the show started, Mel was my fave. She was the star of the show. You know what I'm saying? And she still is my fave, to be honest. So for and then, you know, some points that have been made over, you know, you just gotta give the storyline time. Like, it's like anybody that the Melometers thought or felt didn't like Mel or did something to Mel, it was just straight on attack. Now I was listening to a lot of channels, and I was Melometer channels. And I would give my commentary on it, you know, comments on it as well. Because, you know, I'm texting. I got a lot of texts, okay? One day what I'm going to do is just go through all of my, because what I do is copy and paste, because I was like, you know what, I could use this one day for something. I copy and paste all of my comments in other people's channels or whatever, and I put it in a little note, in my little notes on my phone, and I, you know, I just keep them. So I was like, one day I was just going through it, reading all the stuff I text or whatever, and I was like, damn, I text a lot. And I said one day I'm gonna just go through all of them. Now, some of them I might not even know what is in reference to or who I was responding to, none of that. So I was just gonna go through it one day and just think about what it could be about. And then maybe give some commentary on it or something. And if I don't remember, then I just don't remember. But yeah, some of it is like hilarious, funny, for real. I need to hurry up because my water almost gone, and I'm still a little under the weather, unfortunately. Oh, I hate this.
What is so deplorable, and karma's gonna get your ass, is when.
And karma's gonna get your ass. That's what I'm talking about, Carlos. For sure. You better let them know.
You personally contact people, the businesses, the brands, the police, and do all these things.
The businesses, the brand, the police. That I heard, because everybody I don't keep up with, as far as the Melo, but I heard about this Black Titanic lady. She supposedly went to Stormy's place of business, her warehouse or whatever. Now, I know good and well she knows that Stormy is not selling product out of her warehouse. Why would you go to this lady's warehouse and then you talk about, oh, Stormy came out and her husband came out and it was doing too much and it was saying and it was threatening me and this and that and the third. I'm like, that lady gives me Selena vibes. I posted that on somebody's channel or whatever. She really does. Not Selena the singer, but Selena the lady that Papa, you know what I'm saying, did what she did to Selena. That's the vibes she gives me. Okay? Cause who does that? That's not cool under no circumstances. When that other guy, I forgot what his name is. I don't be on his channel like that. I forgot. The one that's beefing with Mel, the content creator that's beefing with Mel or whatever, because they think somebody even said that I was like sent by him or something when I come in. I was like, ain't nobody sending me no daggone well, okay? Because I'm not controlled by nobody. Like crazy, yeah. Because that's the one y'all sent, Mel sent the dog whistle out. That's another conversation we gonna have. But, yeah, so even when he went to, hold on. Oh, gosh. Excuse me, y'all. Life. Okay, so even when he went to, what is that? What's the other cast member? She's a former cast member. I hope she contacts them. I kind of like her. Anyway, I can't remember her name, but I say. But he went to one of the cast members' houses that had her house up for sale or whatever. Ridiculous. Like, why would you do something like that? And then you video in this lady's house. This lady still have like her personal things in it. The house wasn't even empty. And you videoing this lady. You videoing her house. Destiny, that's her name. I don't know why, because I like Destiny. I really do. So you're videoing Destiny's house that she has up for sale, or you know, the house she was living in or whatever. But the Melometers say, oh, it wasn't her house, that was the ex-husband's house. I'm like, guess what? Her things were in there, okay? That was her house, regardless of what y'all saying. She lived there. Yeah, that was out of order. That was over the top. For real, for real. But he has since then apologized for that and has taken accountability for what he did. Which is good. When you, because he had got a lot of backlash for that. So, except for the Melometers was backing him up because him and Mel was cool or whatever, until he had that falling out with Mel. Oh Lord. He had the falling out with Mel. It was a war. That's a whole nother conversation we'll have at another time. It's a lot I gotta cover. It's crazy. So yeah, y'all was all rooting, backing him up and all of that stuff when that happened. Because that was an attack on y'all, who y'all feel like was one of Mel's enemies or something crazy. So yeah, it's just too much. So, but the difference between him and Black Titanic doubled down on her bullshit. did she call the police on? I think I heard one of the bloggers say, or content creators say, that she called the police on Stormy and her husband, like, you on their property. Make that make sense? Shout out to Make It Make Sense, because I watch his channel too. His intros, super funny. I be laughing my head off, okay? I love Make It Make Sense. He from Louisiana. I don't know if he from New Orleans. I think he came to Mardi Gras, but I don't think he stayed for Fat Tuesday. But yeah, he from Louisiana, like me, okay? But New Orleans, that's a whole nother situation down here, okay? We different from Baton Rouge, we different from Lafayette, we different from Alexandria, Shreveport. We're a whole nother culture of people here, okay? Yeah. Yeah, baby. So, oh, and also shout out to Bondi Blue, because I watch her too. I love her content. I don't agree with her with everything, as far as her opinions. Not even with memes all the time either. I don't agree with nobody all the time. Just not my thing to agree when I don't, see the same thing you're seeing the way you're seeing it. So, but that doesn't mean that you hate or don't like the person because of it. Everybody have their own minds and opinions about stuff. So I'm good with that. But love their content for sure. I have a lot of other channels that I listen to that I absolutely love their content, and I may not agree with everything. Yeah, so let's go.
And you're trying to attack them in their personal lives. When you watch a TV show, have an opinion, talk about it, tweet about it, comment, who cares? So
when you have an opinion on the show, talk about it, tweet about it, all of that good stuff. That's fine. But when you go to calling people jobs and people backings, as far as if like Amazon is backing that expo, if you call it Amazon trying to destroy these people events, you got some problem. Now, if you don't think that's Melonut, because that's who doing this, the Melonuts, I said it. And it's a difference between the Melonuts and the melodramatics and the Melometers. It's 3 sectors there. 3 of y'all groups. The Melometers are the ones, and I don't know how many of y'all it is. Y'all the same ones. Which you can't differentiate at this point though. We don't know who the same ones are. I would consider myself, if I was a Melometer, because I do still like Mel and support Mel. I just don't agree with everything that has come out regarding her. And some things she's done, I don't agree. So, if I consider myself a Melometer, I would be the same Melometer. I would be the Melometer that tells Mel, no, Mel, you got to do better on this part. Oh, you shouldn't. I'm going to do commentary on something I saw on the show that I didn't care for or whatever. Like, I didn't like, and I don't know if the producers pushed up to do it, but I didn't like when she pulled out a drug test for, what's her name? I can't remember her name right now. But, yeah. For Tisha's cousin to take, that's just something you don't do. I out of order. That shouldn't have happened. That was exploitation, far as I'm concerned. You got to be very careful when you are dealing with people who have mental health issues and have issues with substance abuse. Okay? So certain things should not happen in regards to people who are dealing with certain levels of mental health in substance abuse. Don't do that. It's not cool. My degree was in substance abuse counseling and criminal justice. Okay. Yeah, so it's just too much. And then what the Melonuts are saying, I'm gonna just say the melodramatics, because the nuts are the ones that are calling these people jobs, calling the police on people for no good reason, doxing and harassing and all of that old bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Those are the nuts that are involving themselves too deep into other people's lives and trying to wreak havoc in people's lives. That's the nuts. The melodramatics, that's the name I gave them. Now remember, the nuts, the Melonuts, was given to one of your fellow Melometers, okay? The melodramatics, that the name I gave them, those are the people, they're like, oh, but Carlos saying come out and defend Mel when the cast was attacking her, or when Martell was attacking her, or if the coleslaw was attacking her. I'm like, that's not his job to do that. To insert himself and cast drama. It's not his job to insert himself in Mel and Martell's very personal business regarding their kids, regarding whatever harassment Martell had been doing. It wasn't his job to do that. That would be, you know, overstepping boundaries. Yeah, that would be overstepping boundaries in my opinion. And I have a right to have one, okay?
Oh, when people are saying to you about the Black Expo, these are people who do not like Tisha Marcel, and that's okay. You do not have to like them, and that's fine. Why sit up here and attack anything associated with them? Contact the brands and get them removed. That's not okay. If my raindrops would ever do that, I would
Sorry.
be like, what are y'all doing? It's not okay to do that. Nobody.
See, he said his raindrops would never do that, because the raindrops are not crazy, over the top, nutty. And then you're going to hear him say what he'll do if his raindrops did that. Hold on.
Nobody should be assaulting people like that. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But I wanted to say for the record, you didn't make me do that event. Those people that said that Amazon's backing the event, Dr. Heavily, we need you. They paying me to do it, and I'm coming on. I didn't know.
Now, as far as that event is concerned, I don't know all the people that's on their panel speaking or what. I do know of one. And it's another conversation I have at a different time. But that Jay Morrison character, I don't know why he's still around. Because he did some dirty-ish in regards to that Tulsa real estate fund. Because I was one of the investors. Yeah. That's another conversation, though. I ain't gonna even get into that bull. But he said, that's all I can say. I wouldn't listen to a daggone thing he has to say regarding business under no circumstances. Period.
Anything about nothing, but they started texting me and saying, why are you doing? I love Melody. Melody's my girl. That's who I love,
We
right?
all love. The thing is this: I love Melody. You love Melody. We love Marcel. You like. It's okay, guys, to like somebody.
To have an opinion, right?
But that's the reason why people like to say Carlos loves all the girls. That's what I knew was a problem when y'all.
It's okay to like somebody, he says. But to idolize somebody, that's a problem. And it's okay to love somebody. But to idolize them, to be obsessive over them, it's a problem. And there's a group of y'all women, Melometers, who has become obsessed with Mel. And that's just the honest truth. It's sad. It's sad to see. Y'all gotta get it together, baby. Y'all don't even know this lady. Most of y'all don't know this lady like that. It's crazy.
Make me loving someone as negative. And that's why I say to people, some people, not all, some of y'all go way too far with it. So again, y'all want to make it seem like
some of y'all go way too far with it. I agree. I 1000% agree. Y'all doing too much.
Carlos King is striking YouTube channels who talks about him. I talk about bloggers who I love, who talk about me. I have fun with them. I'm never going to sit up here and fire somebody from their job the way y'all trying to do it by contacting people saying don't work with these folks. Now check
that.
that.
The last thing I'm gonna say about it is, honestly, we're trying to help Black people come up. We can't tear each other down, y'all. I know we do a lot on TV, but people, real businesses, y'all can't tear down. And anything that's helping financial literacy and helping Black people come ahead, because actually Amazon will be at that event.
Because let me tell y'all, y'all literally are losing y'all mind over a TV show. A person that's on a reality, unscripted TV show. But we do know that some reality TV shows do have a level of script. So when Martell was speaking that, I believe some of that he was saying in regards to sometimes they might be acting. I believe that. And I have proof that some reality TV shows are scripted. But I'm not going to tell y'all that secret. Can't do that. Because the person is too close. Okay? Just know that.
Looking for other people to do other things with. They're looking to spend money with our community. Guys, let's not strike stuff down. Make sure y'all register today. It's in Atlanta. It's the Black Business Expo. I don't even know that, but y'all can find it on my...
Although I don't care for Heavenly and Sweet Tea, we gotta get into that too. I got a lot to talk about. I ain't gonna lie. Sweet Tea, like, she gathering for sure. And what Sweet Tea needs, she need at least 2 allies, friends of the show, people that she know that can ride for her or something. She needs some backup because she is on that show with a lot of vulture women doctors, unfortunately, especially Dr. Jackie. She the lead vulture. Sad.
Age, but support a brother. I'm saying, I don't know what's going on with marriage, Love and Marriage Huntsville, because I ain't watched it since. So when y'all say I knew or something and I'm against somebody and I ain't loyal, I don't know nothing. I know that I love Melody Hope. She's a very powerful Black woman. I don't have nothing against Martell. I don't know the story, so I can't even speak on it. But anyway, you getting the drama you need for your show.
Now listen, Dr. Heavenly just said She loved Mel. She loved Mel. She's a powerful businesswoman. That's what Dr. Heavenly said. Dr. Heavenly and Mel, I believe, have a friendship. She said, I don't have nothing against Martell. Because she don't know about that situation like that. She said, I don't have nothing against Martell, but yes, she is friends with Mel. She said she loved Mel. And she not even getting in their business like these Melometers are. You see what I'm saying? So make it make sense that y'all in these people business like that. Make it make sense that y'all are going extremely hard for somebody y'all don't even know. Dr. Heavenly got a whole personal relationship with Melody. She said she loved Melody. But she is not all up in their business and acting a daggone fool regarding Mel in her ex situation. Because she understands boundaries. Okay? When it comes to personal situations. Now on the show, she don't understand boundaries at all. When they married to medicine, she be all up in. But that's a show. That's what she's supposed to do, create drama. Okay? But I'm sure in these people's personal lives, they are not just out here eating each other husbands up and stuff, and ex-husbands and all of that stuff. No. She know boundaries. Something the Melometers don't know and understand. There's only so much you can do as a stan of Mel's in regards to her situation with her ex-husband, children's father. Stay out them people business like that. Talk about their business, have your opinion, but stop acting a daggone fool cutting up with these people's lives like this. Y'all literally out here like y'all want his wine thing boycotted. Y'all don't want this man to have a living and make money. It's crazy. Because guess what? Mel's kids that y'all say y'all love so much, that y'all, support Mel, then guess what? And I'm not saying y'all gotta go out there and buy nothing from Martell. But I'm just saying, stop telling everybody, oh, don't buy nothing. Don't buy nothing from him. That ain't your place to tell somebody what to buy and what not to buy. Unless you're giving a review on a product and just saying, oh, it's not that good, but it's your choice to buy it or not. Like, stop trying to destroy people on behalf of Mel. That's insane. Mel gotta be the one to bear the burden of her situation with Martell. I'm sure she got family and friends to back her up in whatever she needs to do to protect her and her kids. Y'all acting a daggone fool, and it's a shame before gone.
So we're gonna review that Brother Tucker too. I can't wait to review your show.
Oh no, so the thing is this, what I want to announce to the audience is at the end of the day, this is some.
And then another thing, y'all talk, he always talking about Bravo show, he don't never talk about his show. I'm like, there is a time and a place for everything. He don't have to talk about he does talk about his show when it's the time and the place to do so. I've seen him have podcasts on regarding his shows. That's crazy that y'all say he don't. Like, the man have a whole YouTube channel. Come on. It's okay for him to talk about what he want to talk about on his own YouTube channel. Y'all tell him, he don't never, he need, but just stop it.
that me and Heavenly have organically been doing since Married to Medicine. And let's just say we are going to try and continue this if you guys will allow us to do it, because I'm having so much fun doing it.
All right, that's it. That's the end of the video. I thought I heard him say, I don't know, when that maybe because I think it had a little skip in it or whatever, but I could have thought he said, I know he said in that video that if it was his raindrops that were doing the things that the Melometers are doing, which he didn't say Melometers, he didn't call them out, but we all know who the heck he talking about, the Melonuts, okay? If his raindrops were doing that, he would address them about it. The problem that I'm having with Mel right now is that she's not addressing the Melonut sector of her Melometers. They're doing too much. They're doing too much. She that let the situation with Stormy, I can't remember exactly, we'll talk about that another time, I guess, because I can't remember exactly what it was about, but it was in regards to Stormy's business, I believe, and it wasn't true, and I believe she just let that fly. She just didn't, you know, the girl was being attacked in regards to her business. Like, stop trying to destroy people's business. This girl business was around long before this show. And yes, people may have ups and downs in their business. She admitted that. But we gotta stop. Not we, as in me, y'all. Y'all gotta stop. Melonuts. For real, for real. Because this is insanity. What's happening here? Insanity. I'm out of water, so I gotta get up from here now. But this vitamin D hitting my face from the sun, oh, everything. I needed this. Yep, I needed this. Ah, it feels good out here too. But I know the pool is probably cold. So I know I can't get in the pool right now, but I would love to. I might do a little vlogging when the summertime hits or whatever, so y'all can see my little swimming thing that I do in the pool sometimes or whatever. Like, I try to do this aerobic stuff, so I might try to start doing some of that. Just to kind of do a little vlogging or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I might do most of when I get a chance, because I do have my own business. I'm trying to, you know, stay afloat, and I don't have a lot of time to be doing this, but I would love to be able to talk sometimes instead of text sometimes. It's just a lot quicker. Yeah. What? That what you said? I'll be like, every time we gotta go over some of things I've said on in the comments, and I'm gonna go over some of the things that y'all have said in the comments too. I ain't saying I'm right about everything. No, I'm not. Cause yeah, we all not perfect around here, but I'm not around here being cray-cray either, like some of these Melonuts. But back to what I was saying, there is a problem when you cannot address the people that follow you. You can't tell them, look, no, I need y'all to pull back on this one. You know what I'm saying? Don't go there. Don't do that. I even heard Mel say on her live, I think she was talking to her friend, her real friend, as the girl say, Sharita, I think her name is Sarita or whatever. I can't remember her name. But she said her real friend. I guess the people on the show, not her real friend. Which they was real friends before the show started. Like, make it make sense. Come on now. Just stop it. Okay? When you get on the show, things happen sometimes. They're on a show that gotta, you know. Oh, Lord, just that blew me too. I was like, how they not real friends when they was friends before the show? Like, make it make sense. But yeah, she was on a live with her, and she even said that she was scared of her Melometers. That's what Mel said. So if Mel said she was scared of her Melometers, so what does that mean? That means that she knows that a lot of y'all are cray-cray. She knows that a lot of y'all are Melonuts. She knows it. But when she says she's scared of y'all, what she really mean is, I'm scared to check them about some of the things that they're saying and doing, because they may not support my business anymore. They may not buy my products, because that's probably the main people buying her products are the Melometers. So she's afraid to address y'all, to let y'all know, pipe down. Somebody in the comments said, oh, her friend, her manager, no, she said Mel's manager, when I say Mel hasn't addressed her Melometers on this over-the-top things they've been doing or whatever, and she said her manager came out and and said and told them to keep it cute. That was what she said. Told them to keep it cute. And I'm like, but that was her manager. Melody knows that her Melometers don't listen to nobody but her. Okay? Because even the friend Sharita or whatever, I forgot her name. I don't know how to, I can't remember her name well. But that particular friend, they almost was about to attack her. They're like, oh, we gotta vet her. We gotta see who this is. I'm like, what? You don't think Mel vetting the people around her? Come on now. Y'all doing too much. You don't think this woman is capable of vetting the people she brings into her life? Y'all was cutting up when she bought a new person that y'all never seen or met before on her live that she said is her friend. Y'all was about to go for this lady neck, and I'm like, damn. What is wrong with you people? So if Mel is saying she's afraid of her Melometers, and she also said when she do get a man or in a relationship, this is what she said, that she was going to keep it private. She wasn't going to tell her Melometers or whatever, because she said, because they goes to be too much in my business or something like that. She said in those lines, along those lines. She said that, so she knows that y'all are over the top. She knows it, but she still acting and standing on business, as y'all say. 10 toes down. And then she realized how crazy y'all are, seriously, how nutty y'all are. And when she sent out that dog whistle, oh, where my Melody? I heard it on Speaking with Your Girl Marcella channel. So I heard it with my own ears, and I may not repeat it the same way she said it, but she was like, oh, where my Melometers at, or whatever, in regards to somebody that crossed her or whatever. I'm like, girl, you said, and guess what those Melometers did? They started sending death threats. I think that for that content creator, I can't remember his name, but they started sending death threats to this dude, calling his job, I believe they said. They said this dude was in a point where he wanted to unalive himself because of all the hate and attacks that was coming his way from, guess who? The Melonuts, aka Melometers. Make it make sense. And shaking my head. It's a shame. It's a shame before God. So at the end of the day, when you see your fan base, your stans, your followers, or whomever that is, acting a fool and doing obsessive things over the top to attack the people that you know personally, Mel, seriously. You know these people personally. And you don't come out and say, look, y'all doing too much, baby. I love y'all. I thank y'all for having my back. But you're doing too much. I'm going to need y'all to, like the supposed manager said, keep it cute. I don't need y'all doing that for me. I got me. From one Scorpio to another Scorpio. I got me. I don't need fanfare. I always had me. Me, myself, and I never needed a bunch of people catching my back. Now, I used to catch a lot of other people back growing up. Like, yeah, living in the streets of New Orleans, we had to fight around here in the hood. Okay? In the 9th ward, baby. Lower 9, to be exact. I never had to gather anybody to fight for me. Now, I had some people, some of my family jumped in a couple times here in that pox. But I always had my own back, for the most part. Because my family knew she got her own back. And T-Bird, that's my nickname. Only one person called me that. Only one person in my family, not even my mama, called me T-Bird. So that's where I get my name from, just to let y'all know. I get it from my auntie Sheila. She called me T-Bird since I've been born. But nobody else called me that but her. But given y'all, whoever decides to watch my channel, if you care, if you don't, it's okay too. But if you decide to watch my channel, I'm giving y'all the permission to call me T-Bird. T-Bird, okay? That's what I'm doing. It feels good out here. And I think I got me some good vitamin D. Oh my God. My house is, the sun is about to go down. And because my house is like, so soon as that, I think soon as the sun goes on the other side of my house, I think I'm go in. Because I won't have the sun on this side. It'll be on the front side. Understand? But yeah, I think that's all I gotta see. I could see a lot more. I don't know what I'm gonna cover in the next video. I do want to cover the Monique situation with her son, because that really upset my nerves real bad. I feel super bad for her son. It's terrible that she decided to handle that the way she did. It's horrible. I didn't even have a TikTok. I literally downloaded TikTok to follow her son, just to give some type of support to the young man. And I know he a grown man, but I would never done that. I'm a mother myself, so I know. And sometimes you go through it with your kids, your adult children, but who goes in, like, do that, post personal private text messages, and then your husband exposes his mental health condition, and then ultimately you get on stage at the comedy show and cuss your son out. It's insane. Who does that? What mother does that? I would never get on social media. Even if my son says something, mama, on social media about me or whatever, you know what I'd have did? I would not have gone back and forth. I'd have been like, I love you, son. The only thing I'd have said on social media was, I love you, son. That would have been my response. I love you, and we can talk privately. Because I don't want this to become a public spectacle. That's what she should have done. But that's a whole nother conversation. But I'm going to let y'all go. I love you and leave you. All right. I hope you like this commentary. Like, share, subscribe if you would like to. I think I have, like, right now over 300 subscribers, like maybe 350-ish, something like that. Over 350. Or maybe 330 or something. I don't know. But it's between 3 and 350. Subscribers. So yeah, get me to 1,000, baby. I got a lot to say, boo. Okay. Get me to that 1,000 so I can monetize. All right, make a little money. Because I don't want to be wasting my time on YouTube. Because, people got to make some coins when they're spending time doing something. I try to figure out how all my time that I have, I could be making some money off of the time. Okay? So, yeah, get me to that 1,000 subscribers. And at least, before the next 3 to 6 months or something like that. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to keep put it out there as much as I can. I don't know when the next time I'll be back. I ain't going to lie to you, but it's all good. Y'all have a nice one. This is T-Bird Talks. And I'm going to come straight. Okay? Real.